Hello, dear listener. Have you ever had one of those days at work where everything feels like a test? Where you try to smile, stay calm, and do your best even when things don't go your way? Well, let me tell you about one of those days in my office. Stay with me till the end. You'll learn how to sound more confident and polite in English at work. It was Monday morning. The sky was still gray, and my coffee wasn't strong enough to wake me up. I reached the office a little earlier than usual. The office was quiet, just the sound of the air conditioner and the soft clicking of keyboards from a few early birds. I turned on my computer and told myself, okay, let's start the week with a smile. But you know what happens when you plan for a perfect day. Life often gives you the opposite. Around 9:30, my manager called me to his desk. He smiled and said, "Hey, could you prepare the client report by lunchtime?" My heart dropped a little. That report usually took me half a day. But I smiled back and said, "Sure, I'll do my best." That's one of the first useful phrases for work. I'll do my best. It means you're ready to try hard, even if the task is difficult. It's polite, positive, and professional. I went back to my desk, opened the report, and started typing fast. My teammate, Sarah, looked at me and asked, "Everything okay?" I laughed nervously and said, "Deadline drama, as always." She smiled, "You've got this." I worked non-stop, focusing on every detail. But just when I thought I was doing great, my computer froze. The screen turned blue. I couldn't move the mouse or save the file. My hands went cold. "Oh no," I whispered. "Not now, please." I restarted the computer and waited. It felt like the longest 2 minutes of my life. When it finally came back on, I saw the worst message ever. File not saved. I took a deep breath. I wanted to shout, but instead I told myself, "Stay calm, you can fix this." That's another useful expression, stay calm. In the office, staying calm helps you think clearly and speak politely, even when things go wrong. I started the report again. My fingers moved faster than before. It wasn't easy, but I remembered the main points from my earlier version. By 12:20, I finally finished. I checked it twice, took a deep breath, and sent it to my manager. A few minutes later, he replied, "Thanks, looks good." I smiled and whispered, "Yes," quietly to myself. Just then, Sarah leaned over and said, "See, I told you, you've got this." We both laughed. That moment felt so good, not just because I finished the task, but because I stayed calm under pressure. In the afternoon, we had a short meeting with the client on Zoom. I was nervous again because my English wasn't perfect, but I remembered a simple tip my English teacher once told me. Speak slowly and clearly. You don't need to sound perfect, just confident. So when it was my turn to speak, I said, "Good afternoon, everyone. I'd like to share a short update about the project." I paused, smiled, and continued slowly. At the end, the client said, "Thank you, that was very clear." That simple compliment made my whole day. I realized something important. Clear communication is more powerful than perfect English. After the meeting, my manager said, "Nice job today. You handled everything really well." That word "handled" caught my attention. To handle something means to deal with it, especially when it's difficult. For example, she handled the situation professionally. It's a good workplace phrase you can use too. I thanked him and said, "It was a busy day, but I learned a lot." He smiled and replied, "That's the spirit." When the clock hit 6 o'clock, the office slowly became quiet again. People were packing their bags, chatting softly, and saying, "See you tomorrow." I looked around at my desk. Papers, a half-empty coffee cup, and a sticky note that said, "Stay positive." I smiled. Yes, I survived another day in the office. On my way home, I thought about everything that happened: the stress, the frozen computer, the meeting, and the compliments. I realized that every challenge at work teaches us something new. Sometimes we learn about teamwork, sometimes about patience, and sometimes about ourselves. At that moment, I understood the true meaning of another expression. Every day is a new opportunity. It means each day gives us a chance to improve in our work, in our English, and in our attitude. Let me share a quick tip for you. If you want to practice workplace English, try this. Every day, repeat one short phrase you can use at work. For example, "Could you please send me the file?" "I'll get back to you soon." "Thanks for your help." Say them slowly, clearly, and with a smile. You can even record yourself and listen back. It's a great way to sound more natural. The next morning, when I entered the office again, I felt different. I wasn't afraid of mistakes anymore. I knew that even if something went wrong, I could handle it calmly. That's what experience teaches you. Not perfection, but confidence. You know, we often think of the office as just a place to earn money, but it's also a place where we grow, where we learn to communicate, to stay positive, and to believe in ourselves. Now, whenever I face a busy or stressful day, I remind myself of one simple line: take one step at a time. It means don't worry about everything at once, just focus on what you can do right now. So if you ever feel nervous or stressed at work, remember this story. Stay calm, do your best, and believe in yourself. Because every small effort adds up, and every mistake can become a lesson. Before I end, let me ask you, what's one thing you've learned from your workplace? Maybe it's patience, maybe it's teamwork, or maybe it's how to keep smiling even on a tough day. Whatever it is, hold on to it. It's helping you grow, not just as a worker, but as a person. And one last thing. If English makes you nervous at work, don't worry, you're not alone. Everyone learns through practice. Just speak a little every day, listen carefully, and keep going. Confidence comes slowly, but it comes. Remember, a day in your office is not just about tasks and deadlines. It's about learning, growing, and connecting. In English and in life. Don't forget to like and subscribe to LifeTalk English.